TASO's new Access and Success Questionnaire, also referred to as the ASQ, will help the widening participation sector better evaluate its access and success activities. Before you start using the Access and Success Questionnaire, we encourage you to develop a theory of change, or to revisit your existing theory of change if you already have one, to determine what outcomes you are trying to impact through your programs and activities. For example, your work around higher education access taking place in schools may look to support students developing their cognitive strategies, which can support their attainment. Or you might be working to improve students' higher education academic self-efficacy. That is, their belief that they can do well if they were to progress to higher education. In your success work, you might be looking to improve students' metacognitive strategies, which are also important for attainment. You might therefore think about these outcomes as intermediate outcomes, in the sense that they are important for later progression or attainment. Or you might think they're important long-term outcomes in their own right. To help you identify the outcomes most relevant to your programs and activities, you can use TASO's Rapid Evidence Review that summarizes the evidence of 15 access and success intermediate outcomes, including the extent to which they are associated with attainment. Once you have identified the outcomes relevant to you and the evaluation designed for your program or activity, you can go straight to using the scales. All scales can be used as paper-based questionnaires or online. If you are a Higher Education Access Tracker member, you can access and disseminate any of the validated scales included in the Access and Success Questionnaire through the HEAT survey tool. All scales are accompanied by prompts for your learners, and all use the same response scale. A 5-point Likert scale with options ranging from strongly disagree to strongly agree. Each scale is made up of a small number of statements or items to help you secure as many responses as possible and minimize the burden on respondents. Whether you use these scales or others, what matters is that, wherever possible, your evaluation work relies on scales that have been validated. This is so that the evidence you're building about your program or activity is derived using measures that have been tested thoroughly. There are several places where you can find information about validated scales for different populations, including the Education Endowment Foundation's database and the Toolkit for Access and Participation Evaluation, also referred to as TAPE. The ASQ will support the evaluation of your access and success provision. Visit taso.org.uk to find out more about how to use these scales in practice.